Hi, welcome back to my channel, Nutrition Your Way. My name is Thais, and today we're going to be making some Herbalife protein donuts. These donuts are great snack options, and they're a great substitute for regular donuts, especially if you have little ones. I don't really like to be giving them all the extra added sugars, and I really like this specific recipe that I'm making today. There are different recipes out there on Pinterest and Facebook and Google, everywhere that you can find. But I really don't like most of them, as most of them use oats as the base for the flour substitution, and I really don't like it. The consistency of the oats bring about an undesired texture to the donuts. Then I found that by substituting the oats for almond flour, you get a much better result and a different texture. So, just to start today, we're going to be using almond flour. You can use any brand that you want. I specifically like this one that I get off of Amazon, or you can also find it in Walmart. I have found it in Walmart as well. So we're going to be using half of a cup. This is a 1/4 cup measurement, so I'm going to be using double the amount to make it 1/2. That is my 1/2 cup of almond flour. We're going to be using the protein drink mix. You can use any flavor that you want, being the protein drink mix or the Herbalife meal. I like to use my vanilla protein drink mix, especially my baked products. You can use the peanut cookie or you can use the peanut cookie, or you can use the chocolate flavored ones that we have. Oh wow, okay. But I like to use the vanilla. It's 1/4 cup, which is roughly about, I don't really know if it's 2 or 4 scoops of the mixture, but I could find out for you. And I like to use my Dulce de leche for this recipe. I've also used the vanilla and chocolate, but this recipe I like with the Dulce de leche. Okay, so these are my dry ingredients. My Dulce de leche and vanilla PDM. I have my 1/2 cup of almond flour. Now I'm going to be adding some coconut oil, specifically 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, which is 15 milliliters. Okay. I'm going to be adding my 2 eggs. These are large eggs. 1 egg, 2 eggs. And of course, my baking powder. You cannot miss this ingredient in your donuts, or else you're not going to get them to rise. I'm adding 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And I like to add my skinny syrups to my baking products. You can use whatever you want. You can use vanilla. I've used vanilla extract. I use the vanilla skinny syrup. Today I'm going to be using the vanilla almond flavor. I'm going to be adding 1.5 tablespoons, which is pretty much what 1 pump of the syrup would be. This is to add flavor. These are sugar-free, calorie-free, so I'm not adding any additional calories or sugar by adding this to my donut recipe. Okay, now I'm gonna mix this in. I'm just gonna be mixing this in before I add the milk. I'm gonna be using today Fairlife milk, the Fat Free Fairlife milk, just to add some extra protein into the donuts. And you can use whatever milk you want. I've done this with almond milk, coconut milk, even water. But since I'm going to be making this as a treat for my kids, and sometimes I might eat it myself as a snack, I'm just going to be adding that extra protein in. So I'm going to be using the same measurement that I use for my dry powders. This is 1/4 of a cup. I've noticed sometimes I use half a cup of milk, sometimes I use 3/4 of a cup of milk. I'm going to be checking today how much specifically I should be using, because you just need to get to the desired consistency for the mixture in order to make your donuts. I'm mixing mine with a fork. You can use a whisk. It just depends on how you want to mix your mixture. And for those of you that don't want to use oil in their recipe, you can use, you can substitute the oil with applesauce, unsweetened applesauce. I've used those in the recipes for my cookies and they come out good, so I don't see why you wouldn't be able to use it in your donut recipe. I'm gonna leave it like this at half a cup. With half a cup, I'm adding an extra 40 calories and an extra 6 grams of protein with the Fairlife. I'm gonna be putting what the nutritional facts are for these donuts in the description box. Specifically how many donuts come out with this. Today I'm going to be using my Baby Cakes mini donut maker, just because I'm going to be giving this to my kids and for the ease of not having to heat up my house today, as we are in the middle of summer and I don't want to heat up my house using the oven. Allow this to heat up a bit. These baby cakes mini donut maker makes 4 mini donuts. I purchased this specifically on Mercari. It was new. They also sell used the used donut maker, but since I found it new and it was pretty cheap, I bought it. These are great for when you don't want to turn on your oven and heat up your house, because quite frankly in the summer, to get your house cold again after it's being heated up, it's kind of expensive and uncomfortable to say the least. So I'm just gonna wait for this to heat up. Now you don't really need to add the spray oil, but I like to add the spray oil. I don't want to get anything stuck. Okay. So I added the spray oil from my baby cakes maker. And it is hot already. So I'm going to start pouring in the batter. Using my 1/4 cup scoop. It's pretty versatile. I can use it for whatever I want. You can use whatever you want to pour yours. You might want to pour it into you can pour it into a piping bag. You can pour it into a measuring cup. And again, you can make these in the oven. I just don't want to turn on my oven today. And that's pretty much it. You just pour it in. You let it cook for a couple of minutes and you'll be done. I like the baby cakes mini maker just because of the ease of using it. I have a couple of the baby cakes makers just because of that. Because one, I don't like turning on my oven. Two, they're easy to clean up. And three, is just you just plug it in, you make whatever batter you want, and that's it. It's pretty easy to use. You don't need rocket science. You don't have to be measuring how much time you need to leave your stuff in the oven. Usually these donuts, if you're making the regular size donuts, it will be 15 to 25 minutes depending on your oven at 350 degrees. If you're using the baby cakes maker, it's anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes, for about 5 minutes to cook. And they're ready. They literally take a couple of seconds to make. And they are ready to eat. Oof, it's hot. Be careful of these with kids if you do end up buying them, because it is hot. Delicious. Accidentally overflowed that one, so it's gonna spill. The good thing is that these are very easy to clean, so I have no problem. It's not like the oven where you have smoke everywhere. It's very easy to use. So the donuts are all done. In total, from this batch, I made about 22 mini donuts. The regular size donuts, you get about 9 to 12, depending, I guess, on how much product you put into it. But I've gotten roughly around 10 to 12. I'm gonna just let this cool down. So for the frosting, I just added a scoop of my Dutch chocolate healthy meal. I'm not going to be making this with any added sugars. I like to add a little bit of my skinny syrup. The specific flavor is mocha. Just to add a little bit of flavor. Since we do need to add liquid to make it to a consistency of frosting. I'm adding about 2 capfuls. You can measure them out you can measure it out with a tablespoon, however you like. Now all we need to do is add some water to make it up to the consistency of the frosting. Just go adding it little by little. I'm not going to be making too much because my children like to eat the donuts plain. They're not really chocolate fans, but I am, so that's why I'm making my chocolate frosting. You want to have it a little bit liquidy. You don't want to have it too thick, as it might clump up. And if you just want to have it to the consistency of frosting. Yeah, this is about it. I don't want to make it too liquidy because I want it to be solid on my donut. Just make sure there's no more clumps. Make it nice and smooth. There we go. I can leave it right there. So these are my donuts that have cooled down already. I'm gonna be putting it here, dipping it in the frosting, adding a little bit of extra protein, never hurt anybody. Now to decorate them, I'm gonna add some coconut, shredded coconut to it. The shredded coconut does have added sugar, but it's not eating a whole lot, so I'm not really worried about it. Again, here's my other donut. I just covered it with frosting. I have a little bit of Lily's semi-sweet baking chips. The serving size for these are 30 chips, so I'm not going to use 30 chips. They're 50 calories, and they have 0 sugar. They are sweetened with erythritol. So I'm not adding any extra sugars, just adding a little bit of chocolate chip just to decorate it, add some extra flavor. And if you want, like I do, you can add a little bit of the coconut. You can also add sliced almonds, pecans, however you feel. I'm gonna leave the rest like that because these are for my children and they don't like anything extra on their donuts. They like them just like that, and I like them just like that as well. Just giving you an example of how to decorate them. These taste fantastic, by the way. With this recipe, I've tried it with the vanilla and I've tried it with the chocolate. You can add the chocolate chips into the batter, and you make some kind of chocolate chip donut. Or you can add, when you're cooking it, you can put some sliced almonds or pecans, and it'll grow and have the pecans or the sliced almonds right on top of the donut. These are great. I hope you like them. Please subscribe for my channel. And stay tuned for the next recipes I'm going to be sharing. And have a nice day.